You wake up in the morning with plans in your mind. Maybe today will be different. Maybe today you will finally start that thing you have been thinking about for months, maybe years. You tell yourself that today you will work harder, think clearer, and move one step closer to the life you imagine. But somehow, as the hours pass, something changes. The motivation fades, the focus disappears, and by the end of the day, nothing really changed. This is not your story alone. This is the story of millions of people around the world. Dreams are everywhere, ambition is everywhere, but real success is rare, and the reason is simple. Most people are not failing because they are not smart enough. They are failing because of the habits, beliefs, and choices they repeat every single day. The truth is uncomfortable, but it is powerful. If you understand it, you can change everything. Most people fail because they never truly decide what they want. They say they want success, happiness, wealth, or freedom, but their goals are vague and unclear. They want a better life, but they cannot clearly describe what that life looks like. When your destination is unclear, every road looks confusing. You cannot build a plan if you do not know where you are going. People who succeed usually start with clarity. They decide exactly what they want and why they want it. Their purpose becomes stronger than their excuses. When the reason is strong, the mind becomes focused. When the mind becomes focused, actions begin to align. Another reason many people fail is because they wait for motivation. They think motivation is the fuel for success. They believe that one day they will wake up feeling inspired, energetic, and ready to conquer the world. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Successful people do not rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline means doing the work even when you do not feel like doing it. Discipline means showing up when your mind is tired, when your mood is low, and when distractions are everywhere. Think about it for a moment. If someone only worked when they felt motivated, how much would they actually accomplish? Probably very little. The people who move forward in life are the ones who act even when their feelings are not perfect. Another reason most people fail is fear. Fear is quiet but powerful. It hides behind many different forms. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of judgment, fear of losing, fear of starting. Many people never even try because they are afraid of what might happen if they fail. But the strange thing about fear is that it grows bigger the longer you avoid it. When you face fear, it shrinks. When you run from it, it grows stronger. Every successful person you admire has faced failure. Many of them failed more times than you can imagine. The difference is not that they were fearless. The difference is that they moved forward despite the fear. Another hidden reason people fail is comfort. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels relaxing. Comfort feels good in the moment. But comfort slowly becomes a trap. When life becomes too comfortable, growth stops. People begin choosing the easiest path instead of the meaningful path. They choose entertainment instead of effort. They choose distraction instead of progress. Hours disappear scrolling on phones, watching videos, or worrying about things that do not matter. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into years. And suddenly people look back and wonder where the time went. Time is the most valuable resource any human has. But most people spend it carelessly. They treat time as if it is unlimited. But the truth is, every day is a small piece of life that never returns. Another reason many people struggle is comparison. In today's world, it is easy to look at others and feel behind. Social media shows the highlights of other people's lives. It shows success, luxury, happiness, and achievements. But it rarely shows the struggle, the failures, or the long nights of hard work. When people constantly compare themselves to others, they lose focus on their own path. They begin feeling discouraged. They start believing they are not good enough. But success is not a race against other people. It is a journey of becoming a better version of yourself. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Another silent reason people fail is the belief that success should be quick. Many people start something new with excitement. They work hard for a few days or weeks, but when results do not appear immediately, they lose patience. Real success almost always takes longer than people expect. Progress is slow in the beginning. Growth is invisible at first. It is power. When you blame everything outside yourself, you lose the ability to change anything. Taking responsibility is difficult, but it is also empowering. When you accept that your choices shape your life, you regain control. Another factor that leads to failure is the lack of continuous learning. The world changes rapidly. Skills that were valuable yesterday may become outdated tomorrow. Successful people remain curious. They read, study, observe, and adapt. They treat every mistake as a lesson. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" they ask, "What can this teach me?" Learning keeps the mind sharp and the possibilities open. Another reason people struggle is the environment they stay in. Human beings are deeply influenced by the people around them. If someone spends most of their time with negative individuals, pessimism becomes normal. When people constantly hear phrases like, "It's impossible," "You can't do that," or "Be realistic," their confidence slowly fades. But when someone surrounds themselves with growth-oriented people, something powerful happens. Conversations become inspiring, ideas become bigger, standards become higher. Environment shapes thinking, and thinking shapes actions. Many people also fail because they underestimate the power of small habits. They search for huge changes or dramatic breakthroughs. But life is often transformed through tiny, consistent improvements. Reading 10 pages a day may not seem life-changing. Exercising for 20 minutes may not feel impressive. Learning one new skill every week may appear small. But over months and years, these small actions compound into extraordinary results. Failure often comes from quitting too early. The road to success is rarely smooth. There will be obstacles, confusion, setbacks, and moments of doubt. During these moments, most people stop. They assume the difficulty means they are not meant for success. But struggle is not a signal to quit. Struggle is part of the process. Imagine learning to walk as a child. You would fall many times. If you had given up after the first fall, you would never have learned to stand. Life works in a similar way. Progress comes through persistence. Another reason people fail is that they listen too much to negativity. The world is full of voices telling you what cannot be done. News, criticism, doubt, and pessimism appear everywhere. If someone absorbs too much negativity, their belief in possibilities slowly disappears. But the human mind is powerful. When you feed it positive ideas, hopeful stories, and inspiring examples, it begins to imagine new possibilities. Belief becomes a powerful force. When someone truly believes improvement is possible, they begin taking actions that align with that belief. Many people also struggle because they are afraid to be different. Society often encourages people to follow the same path as everyone else. Go to school, find a safe job, and avoid risk. There is nothing wrong with stability, but extraordinary success usually requires courage. It requires stepping outside the normal path. Being different invites criticism. People may question your choices or doubt your vision. But every great achievement in history started with someone willing to think differently. Another reason people fail is distraction. Modern life is filled with endless distractions. Notifications, entertainment, endless scrolling, and constant information compete for attention. Attention is one of the most valuable assets in the modern world. If someone cannot focus deeply on meaningful work, progress becomes slow. The ability to concentrate for long periods has become rare, but it is incredibly powerful. People who succeed often protect their focus carefully. They reduce unnecessary noise and dedicate time to important tasks. Another factor is self-doubt. Many people secretly believe they are not capable of great things. This belief may come from past failures, criticism, or negative experiences. But belief is not fixed. It can change. Confidence grows through action. Every time someone tries something challenging and survives, their belief in themselves increases. Small wins create momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence fuels bigger actions. Another hidden truth is that success requires sacrifice. Many people want the rewards of success without the sacrifices that come with it. They want financial freedom, but do not want to learn difficult skills. They want recognition but avoid hard work. They want transformation but resist discomfort. Every meaningful achievement requires giving up something: time, comfort, convenience, or immediate pleasure. The people who succeed are those who accept this trade. Another reason people fail is the belief that the perfect moment will arrive. They wait for the perfect idea, the perfect plan, or the perfect timing. But perfection is an illusion. The perfect moment rarely appears. Progress begins when someone starts with what they have, where they are. Action creates clarity. Action reveals opportunities. Action builds momentum. In the end, the difference between the small percentage who succeed and the large percentage who fail is not magic. It is not luck alone. It is the daily decisions they make. They choose discipline over excuses. They choose learning over ignorance. They choose persistence over quitting. They choose courage over fear. They choose growth over comfort. And these choices, repeated day after day, slowly build a life that once seemed impossible. The truth is that success is not reserved for a special group of people. It is available to anyone willing to change their habits, their mindset, and their actions. It does not require perfection. It requires commitment. The moment someone decides to take responsibility for their life, everything begins to shift. Problems become challenges. Challenges become lessons. Lessons become strength. Life will still be difficult at times. Obstacles will still appear. But the mindset changes from helplessness to determination. And once that shift happens, the path to success becomes real. Because the real reason 90% of people fail is not that success is impossible. It is that they stop before they discover what they are truly capable of.